I'm really successful in real estate. I'm one of the top agents in the nation, and I haven't gotten there without failure. I've had a lot of failures in my life. And one of the biggest failures that I have goes back to when I was in the Army and I went through air assault school. Air assault school is a special warfare type school. It's cooler than airborne for all you airborne people out there. But the first day is the worst. You're smoked all day with doing calisthenics and exercises. Then you go to the obstacle course. And in between each obstacle, you get physically challenged. Push-ups, flutter kicks, whatever, mule kicks, all kinds of stuff. And they just keep doing all this physical activity between these 12 or 14 obstacles you have to do. Then when you're done with that, you have to go do a 2-mile run in your full uniform. And then when you're done with that, they take you to the sand pit and they smoke you the rest of the day until 2 o'clock or so. Then they're nice enough to bring you into a semi-air conditioned building, and then you get right into class. Okay? It's a 2-week class, and I made it through to the second week. I was one stage away from graduating, and I caught pneumonia. And I was doing sling loads and this very detailed, orientated, and because I had pneumonia, I was running a fever, it was hot outside, I ended up missing one of the little castle nuts or whatever it was. So I got kicked out of air assault school, and I went back to my unit a failure. And in the unit I was in, if you came back a failure, you were worse than the gum on the bottom of a shoe. And when we have failures, it's okay because that's what we learn. But what matters when you have that failure is how you go and you react to that failure. So I got back into the next class after I got out, done with my pneumonia, and I knocked it out of the park. I went through that grueling day again. I went through that whole 2 weeks of just hell, right? Because it was just physically and mentally exhausting for 2 weeks. But anybody could have just quit and gone back and accepted being a quitter and a loser. But I went back and I knocked it out of the park. So that's probably the biggest failure I've had in my life, but I turned it into a win.